Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. And ever since 4XTRAZ been locked up, you know, he disappeared from social media. But then he popped back up, and apparently he caught fade with a guy from Inglewood Families who goes by the name Deuce Flames, and both parties claimed that they won that fade. Now, Young Ant, who's a reputable member from 4XTRAZ Gangsta Crips, heard about that, and he dropped some content on it, so let's get straight into it. Now, after 4XTRAZ caught fade with Deuce Flames in LA County Jail, he had a bunch of people from neighborhood Crips that claimed they witnessed 4XTRAZ knock out Deuce Flames. Now, Young Ant said after doing his own investigation and heard from people that actually had conversations on the phone with Deuce Flames, Young Ant said 4XTRAZ story is not how it went. Now, Young Ant said one thing about Deuce Flames is he's not going to run to the internet and talk about anything that he's dealt with. So the only thing that people had to go off of was 4XTRAZ saying that he knocked Deuce Flames out and then knocked him out again. Now, Young Ant said he dropped a video of 4XTRAZ saying that, and that's when the Don Moose tapped in his comment section. Now, Young Ant said after seeing those comments, he realized that Deuce Flames is loved by the Inglewood Families. Now, Young Ant said a dude who had a bio pic with the red chucks told them that Deuce Flames 5'10" and weighs about 250 pounds. And he told Young Ant that he's athletic and he can squabble. And he told them the fact that he knew Deuce Flames most of his life, he doesn't see 4XTRAZ knocking him out. Now, Young Ant said Deuce Flames homie said don't get it twisted. People win and lose or squabble all the time. But the way 4XTRAZ explained the way he whooped them, it just didn't sound believable to him knowing that Deuce Flames is his childhood friend. Now, Young Ant said he didn't know who Deuce Flames is, but being that he spoke on that fight between him and 4XTRAZ, it was only right that since 4XTRAZ spoke about it, Deuce Flames should have the same opportunity. Now, Young Ant said it's a crazy world because after he went on Instagram and typed up Deuce Flames, after he seen his picture, he realized that he knew him. Now, Young Ant said when he first encountered Deuce Flame, he walked into his store and they both looked at each other, mugging each other. And before any words were said, Young Ant's brother or his homie stopped Deuce Flames and told them who Young Ant is. Now, Young Ant said after they introduced each other, they chopped it up for about an hour. And he said after getting to know who Deuce Flames really is, he just don't see how 4XTRAZ can knock him out twice back to back. Now, Young Ant said according to 4XTRAZ, he knocked Deuce Flames out back to back to back, and when they woke him up, he didn't know where he was at. And instead of just leaving it at that, 4XTRAZ waited for him to heal up so he can knock him back out. Now, Young Ant said from his understanding, he doesn't even believe Deuce Flames and 4XTRAZ in the same module. And he said they're both on MCJ on the same floor, but they're most likely next door to each other or across from each other, which means they ain't in the same dorm. Now, Young Ant said from the information that he got, the module that 4XTRAZ in got 10 brims in there. And according to Young Ant, from the information that he got, out of all 10 brims, 4XTRAZ only got down with one of them. Now, Young Ant said that brim that he caught fade with is not the prison stay or the county jail stay that he's in on right now. 4XTRAZ's been to LA County Jail a lot of times, and he was probably talking about his past situations in LA County Jail. Because Young Ant said currently where 4XTRAZ's locked up right now, there's 10 brims in there and 4XTRAZ ain't caught fade with none of them. Now, he said if 4XTRAZ hasn't caught fade with one of the brims, which is one of their biggest enemies in the streets, then it's hard for him to believe that he would catch fade with Deuce Flames, who's a Don Moo all the way from Inglewood. Now, Young Ant said Deuce Flames' baby mama is from East Coast Crip, and he said from his understanding, Deuce Flames ain't cool with her anymore. And he said he can't confirm it, but Deuce Flames' ex-baby mama is either 4XTRAZ's girlfriend or he's just tapping that. Now, Young Ant said Deuce Flames' ex-baby mama was taking pictures of her and 4XTRAZ in the bed and sending it to him. Now, Young Ant said to make matters worse, the picture that Deuce Flames' ex-baby mama sent them was not only her in the bed with 4XTRAZ, but also their child that they had together. So even though the Inglewood families don't get along with anybody from the neighborhood car, this was personal between them. Now, Young Ant said at the end of the day, 4XTRAZ's got to take some responsibility in that fate happening because he knows that that child's not his, and he knows that that girl's just doing that just to make her baby daddy mad. But he said 4XTRAZ Extra's supposed to take some of that blame because he allowed her to play those games on him. Now Young Ant said because 4XTRAZ wanted to play those games, when Deuce Flame seen them in LA County Jail, went over there and pressed 4XTRAZ telling them that we gotta get down. Not because they're ops, but because Young Ant said Deuce Flame felt as though 4XTRAZ was playing games with his child. And he said 4XTRAZ, being the stand-up guy that he is, accepted that fate. And he said from there, that's when they got down. Now Young Ant said 4XTRAZ is known for trying to grab people, so in the first round, that's what he did. And he said when the second round started, Deuce Flames understood what he was doing, so he peeled out his shirt. Now Young Ant said when the second round started, he's not gonna say Deuce Flames whooped him out, but he said he clearly won that fight. Now Young Ant said to all those neighborhoods that was with 4XTRAZ that said he won that fight, and they were giving out misinformation. And they just said that because they're part of the module. Now Young Ant said people lose fades all the time, but he said the way 4XTRAZ said it, he didn't believe it, being that he already knows Deuce Flame personally. And since Deuce Flames wasn't gonna go to the internet and talk about it, he felt as though it was his duty to give his side of the story. Now salutes up to Deuce Flame as well as 4XTRAZ for standing on a gangster. And no matter who won the fade, the point is they squabbled it out because they enemies. Now Deuce Flame's big homie left one final message, but before I play it out, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. Paperboy Newsstand, y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Count.